This is Paul.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, I just had a little break. I was eating some crackers and reading the dictionary. Voluptuous. The ovulation between the P and the T,
Yeah.
5 days before and 5 days after. The pleasures of the senses of voluptuous woman, suggestive of inclination to sensuous pleasure. Voluptuous mouth, sensuously pleasing or delightful, the voluptuous beauty. Yeah, I'm going to want some voluptuous volunteers. I think it's so important those 5 days before ovulation and 5 days after. You only actually work in the office 11 days a month.
Yeah.
And for some volunteers that are involved in charitable ambitions, it might only be 2 or 3 days a month. Now, I know your husband's like, well, it's community property, blah, blah, blah. But I'd sure like to find out if certain individuals are available for a voluptuous, luxurious, charitable want to celebrate Christianity for the last 2,000 years. There are probably a lot of orthodoxy. Patriarch Kirill, Francis himself, and all the nuns that work around the Vatican right now that realize the importance to Christianity that we do have access to all known documents for the last 2,000 years. I think the right place to actually show them off is in the banks. See, it'd be something if I could attract the assets of Christianity to institutions that support the 2,000 year celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. And as much as the Russian Orthodoxy and that government over there where Putin is the president, I feel confident that they're going to want there to be some banks that are, well, able to show off, display all the works of every saint of Orthodoxy for the last 2,000 years. A lot of these individuals, they've written a lot of works or they made these pictures. It would be so easy to just walk into the bank, make a deposit, get your mortgage, and then spend some time looking at the various books that have been written. Now, it'd have to do with parchments because I was looking at the Vulgate. It's one of these Russian, no, it's Catholic. It says here, Latin version of the scriptures accepted as the authorized version of the Roman Catholic Church. Prepared by Jerome. Jerome near the end of the 4th century. First book, verse book, and was the first book printed. 1455. Now, if it's the first one written in the 4th century, and that's the first one of the Roman Catholic Church, I would say that the actual documentation of Christianity, it probably only goes back 18 to 1900 years ago. Does the Vatican have a copy of Jerome's work from the 4th century that you thought that you should keep in your special library with all the other documentation? For us that are the Christians today, and looking at the last 2,000 years of Christianity, Francis and his Vatican are wanting to put those in banks where people could go in and make a deposit. And then, you could offer them a checking or savings account. They could spend an extra 15 to 20 minutes just looking at 2 or 3 items. We could have a few thousand Catholic banks throughout the world. And a few more thousand Orthodoxy banks. And maybe attract the assets of those that want to deposit their money where their faith is. Now, it sounds like a stupid idea, one of these grandiose Christian ideas, but only happens every 2 millennia that you could celebrate the resurrection. The next time we'll have to wait till the 3rd millennia Now, if you guesstimate the actual population of planet Earth approximately 1,000 years from now, why don't you what well we might not